Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, aka Litecoin Lisa, and today's Wednesday. So we are going to woo it up with my buddy Public Awakening. Thanks to everybody for jumping back in the chat. Sorry we missed you on YouTube yesterday. We just couldn't risk it with Amy. She's a little troublemaker. And so we streamed live on Twitter, and I attempted to go unpilled, but I still don't have that kind of little glitch fixed. And I believe we're streaming live on Odyssey right now. I've got my new channel synced with my new channel on YouTube, synced with my old channel on Odyssey. It completed this morning, so we should be streaming on Odyssey right now. If you guys are watching on Odyssey, give us a like, share this video, let us know that it's working and everything's going well. We're going to continue to look for more platforms that we can keep spreading the message. So we'll be right back right after this. Hey, Public, happy Woo Woo Wednesday. How are you? Oh, you can't hear me.
I just lost audio again.
You gotta be kidding me.
It cut out and the screen got all weird. I'm going to go out and come back in. Something just totally messed up. Sorry.
No problem. I'll talk to everybody in the chat then. I want to say hi to Stephen Tyrell, Jim Montgomery, Beer and Chicken Wings. You sent me a very interesting picture the other day. There were some large military-ish vehicles in your area. That was interesting. I wondered if those were maybe to anticipate what went on with the counting in your area last night. Nance Icenan is in the chat, and Tom, old puking dog, bless your heart. You've been puking for a long time. Crypto Munchie. Let's see who else is in here. Now I'm going the other way. Nana's there. Hi, Nana. And Stephen Tyrell. Steve Suvi. I think that's a new friend for us. Hi, Steve. Sean. Sorry. Sean. And just jump. Daddy-O. And just plain Digibyte. I love that you're just have Digibyte as your name. We like Digibyte over here at the Davis household too. Duncan Voss, good to see you. Hear from you too. Okay, now it says that he's kind of in the back green room, but it says his device is not connected. So Trini, Bitcoin Trini, good to see you. Yeah, New Jersey may have gotten ripped or in the, the things. Yeah, I'm really curious. I was kind of naughty tweeting last night while that was going on because I'm like, everybody's going red wave, oh, all this. And I'm wondering if that's going to be a rug pull to show us that the whole thing is corrupt, no matter who wins. We'll see. We shall see. Rick Lewis, good to see you in the chat as well. Public is still struggling. M9, good to see you. We've been busy. I don't know if you guys are getting hit with this big cold wave. We've got just all of a sudden it's freezing here. So I've had to go around and check all the plants and all that. Public is restarting his computer. Had to completely shut it down. So with that said, I might jump into a couple things. Let me go back, and I won't take you guys through all my rant last night because I got a little cranky. We know that the Kyle Rittenhouse trial's going on, so you guys might just kind of keep an eye on that. I thought it was really interesting. There is a lot of testifying going on, a lot of truth coming out with that. I'll be careful what I say, but you guys can read. There was some good stuff. Good stuff for Kyle. And hopefully we'll see some justice there. I still believe in the justice system. I think that's where our Constitution does step in, and hopefully that's something that we keep intact in America. Let me see here. I thought this was interesting too. Maybe I will just go through I'll try to go quickly. Bitcoin Ben shared this, and it was one of Jack Posiobecki. I don't know how you're supposed to say his name. Posiobek. This Jersey truck driver mom and I got to talk for a little bit earlier today, and he is beating the New Jersey Senate president after spending only $153 on his campaign. Go Ed Durr. And I think this is like more of what America should be. It shouldn't be that he who has the most money wins the election. It should be on ideas. It should be that people get behind people that are going to represent the people that voted for them. And so, I don't know, this was pretty exciting for me. Felt very what I think of America. And that the people behind that person and the ideas that they represent are what gets them elected. So pretty exciting. Hey, Jenny. Well, Miss Jenny Alicia joined us. Let's see. And my buddy Scott Mitchell here in Oklahoma, he is doing his second episode of News Watch Oklahoma. So I watched and jumped on the first one. He did a really great job talking about what was going on with our school boards, and had one of my friends, Liz Miller, come on and address the issue about, the national school board, people calling parents domestic terrorists and all this. And she really addressed it really well, and he brought her on. They had a great discussion. They also talked about the jails in Oklahoma, which are always an issue. And so tonight they're going to talk about the Virginia election and it looks like Oklahoma 2022 and redistricting with Andy OKC, which is another one of my friends. So if you're in Oklahoma or can watch that or listen to it online, definitely try that. Now TPA is just a white box. You can't even see his screen at all. Very weird. Nana wants a little Sheba in her life. Okay. Let's see. This was when I was angry tweeting last night. Sorry, guys. I was like, Malaysia must be so advanced. Sasha was like, oh, even Malaysia can count their ballots in one night. And then I started making derogative comments about the MSM. It's actually pretty entertaining, but I guess you had to be there. Let's see. This was disturbing. What the Freemasons do to little boys. This was from a lodge in Brazil. Let's see. And then I'm ranting again about this was a picture that they're calling this a red wave. I seem to think that it's something else. This was a picture that Dan Scavino actually tweeted back a few weeks ago. I don't think it's quite been a month ago. But they're definitely trying to bring attention to this photo. Oh, I think he's there. You can see me now.
Am I moving and hearing me?
M9 is telling me I have a homely background. What does that mean? Is that a slam or is that a compliment?
I think it's a compliment. It's your home. I don't know.
Homely is like ugly. Homely. He means homey. Maybe.
Very homely.
Homey.
It's like your home. I don't know. So anyway, that was just weird. My router shut down as soon as we went live. I couldn't use StreamYard at all. I had to log back out and in and out of StreamYard like 2 or 3 times. I restarted the computer, the router, and everything else. Very weird. The minute we went live.
Yeah, because we were talking earlier. Everything was fine. We always get something strange like that, it seems like.
Crazy stuff. So, howdy, everybody.
Howdy.
Thank you for joining us all. This chat's jumping. Thank you, guys. Shout out to the chat, as usual.
Yeah, let me get out of this really quick because I know we were going to talk about a couple of things. Well,
so, wait, was that the, you probably passed it.
That was one of the things we were going to talk about.
Oh, I see.
But I kind of wanted to do the John Wick stuff first.
Sure.
Okay. So last week we talked about, I believe it was last week, we talked about that, what's his name? Keanu Reeves had given everybody on the set of John Wick 4 the 4 Rolex watches, or no, it was 5 Rolex watches. Or they showed a picture of 5 Rolex watches. He said that he gave everybody, or all the stunt guys, I can't remember the exact, these certain Rolex watches. And then the time on it was 11:02 or 11:22.
11:22, I believe.
11:22. And then yesterday, okay, and I don't think I retweeted it now because I was freaked out and I didn't put it together. And then somebody finally told me he's being John Wick.
Oh, who was that?
His name's like Anderson something.
Anderson?
Isn't that football guy's name?
No, I don't know the football name, but that would be very funny because Mr. Anderson was Keanu Reeves' character name in The Matrix. His name was Mr. Anderson.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Aaron Rodgers, Bitcoin Trinity's.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
Okay. I knew it had an A.
But that would have been.
I thought it was weird. Anderson. Sorry. Aaron Rodgers. Maybe I'll just search for Aaron Rodgers.
Green Bay Packers quarterback. Trini Bro is right.
Okay. Thank you, Trini. Aaron Rodgers. Not Aaron Rodgers. Go Packer.
Well, Daddy-O here wrote Rodgers was giving out 1 million in BTC.
Yes, that was my point. But I want to show you guys these pictures.
But I didn't hear anything about it, strangely enough.
He's, that's a pastor. That's not him. Must be this one. Well, you're not on Twitter.
I'm not allowed.
So, interesting. Okay. So, and this plays into it. I didn't realize this either. This plays into the, okay, this plays into more of it. So he was giving away, and he partnered up with Cash App, and he decided to give away $1 million in Bitcoin. I don't know if it was his or Cash App's or what, but he had this. He didn't have the pow on this, but he did have like his face all like this. And I was like, and he's just talking in this video going, yeah, I want to give away $1 million of Bitcoin. I'm like, why is no one addressing that this dude's face looks like this? And it's on November 1st. It's not on Halloween. Mm-hmm. And when I looked, and then they were like, oh, he's John Wick. And well, when I look up John Wick pictures, the dude has a white shirt. So it didn't make sense to me, but I was like, yeah, okay, his face is all bloody. I guess that's a thing. Then now this says on and off the field, Aaron Rodgers finds a way to outdo Brady. Brady was 40 in that picture and dressed up as an avocado. I don't know.
Wasn't there some kind of weird symbology for avocados also that it wasn't that good?
I don't know.
It was kind of at the same time all the pizza stuff started coming around on all the clothing, and everyone had a pillowcase that says "I love pizza" and everything. And then we found out what pizza meant, and it was something with avocados too. But I could be
So
wrong.
the other day I saw a really weird thing, and it had 2 avocados, and it said something about spend all this time on the outfit or something, but it looked like, 2 avocados cut in half, It didn't look, it looked vulgar. Anyway.
I can imagine.
Yeah. So anyway, all this attention with Bitcoin is what I'm saying. And then you had brought up to me and told me about this was going, whoops, not that one. Whoops. That Tom Brady traded 1 Bitcoin for his 600th touchdown ball. So this guy has gotten 600 touchdowns. And I guess this happens all the time. They get a touchdown, but then they toss it into the seats, and like they don't keep all 600 of these, or
right.
People get them.
He says he has very little of them. He has very few of memorabilia of his own stuff, is what I just watched the clip.
Okay. And so there's the one thing, and I think I was talking to Mom when this all came to me, because I was telling Mom what you and I had talked about. And I was like, oh my gosh, Charlie was just telling me about, I think it's an NFT project. It's some coin or project that we were looking at or something. And I'll need to find out, and I'll post on my Patreon or something. But where they're getting ready to do a huge commercial at what's the big January game?
Super Bowl
for crypto. And there's this group or project that's doing the NFT thing with these football players and stuff. And they're going to do this big commercial and all this. And it makes me wonder. Yeah, I'm sorry, Daddy.
What is Daddy?
Lisa is dazzling us with her wealth of sports knowledge. I apologize. I do not know anything.
I'm no better. This is not the sports program you're watching right now.
Yeah, I apologize.
Yeah,
you're probably the 2 worst people talking about sports. That football game in January. I apologize.
That's funny. I just saw in the chat though, somebody put that the guy who was giving away $1 million in Bitcoin also just came down with the great infection.
The great infection.
Yeah.
Well,
shortly after he did that, which that's weird.
That's weird.
That is weird. Hold on 1 second. I'm just going to disappear for 1 second.
Great. Now you're going to disappear and not come back. Anyway, I just thought this was really strange. These things that kind of link together. That are they sending messaging? Is this, we're also hearing these things on that we're going to start, that we're, moving into, that some of these friends with gifts, we might say, are saying that we're going to start seeing these transitions. And is this kind of bringing this more into the mainstream? You think about how many people watch football and how many people, other than me, obviously. I
must have seen 2 or 3 commercials in the last week or 10 days where Brady was literally doing crypto trades. He was somewhere in an elevator or something, and he looked at his phone and he goes, "Oh, wait, hold on, I've got a trade." And then he does something on his phone, and somebody's behind him is saying, "Oh, you're in the stock market?" And he turns and he laughs and he goes, "No, cryptos," or something like that. It was just, so
you get the most loved American football player, or once again, I am not the wealth or the knowledgeable person about that, but if I know who he is, then most people know who he is. And then this guy who I didn't know why his face was messed up, but he must be the antithesis of Brady, then saying, "Ha, I have a better costume and I outdid Brady by giving away $1 million. If Brady's going to give away 1 Bitcoin, I'm going to give away $1 million in Bitcoin." I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. to see where we're moving. And then we see what's happening with these counts around, and people are saying, like, I've had enough. And you're seeing there's an opening of a door here, or if people want to opt out of these broken systems, there's an open door here that we didn't have these, as Cliff, I'm sorry, Bitcoin Ben says, about the Titanic. He's been using that reference for a long time now, for a couple of years. He's been talking about Titanic and these lifeboats, and Bitcoin being that lifeboat. And we have that life raft, as Mom says. Yeah, cryptos will be the life raft. And we have that now. And so these mainstream voices that are putting that out there for people. And we're seeing that. And in Australia, I don't know if it was the largest bank or some of the banks just made it an option for people to hold cryptos. And so, I mean, it's definitely happening. It's really, really interesting.
It's almost hard to think back a year or two ago when it was like impossible to do anything with. It was like, it was really difficult to do anything with cryptos, and as far as paying a bill or even getting cash out of it,
or even finding banks where you were allowed to connect to Coinbase. I mean, literally we had to like interview banks and be like, okay, well, so can we? And don't lie to me, because the last one did.
Right.
And we had to pull all our money out and go somewhere else. So yeah. But I thought this was interesting. And I just, with that John Wick, the watch that was just, and I'm curious, I wish I could find, but it'll take me too long. I'm curious how many days before, since it was 5 watches, because if I think about it, that was Wednesday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. When would that next John Wick have been?
The movie release, you mean?
No. When we saw the watch, it was on Wednesday. Well, it necessarily wasn't on Wednesday, because we just talked about it on Wednesday, but I may have sent it to you before. Okay, fail. No, I'm not gonna call that. Anyway, just interesting that we're seeing that. And then the other thing that I sent you, and I think I sent a link to myself. This strange watch thing is showing up again. More watch things. And somebody in the chat might remember when this was posted. Did you send the link, or did I send the link? Oh, that didn't sound good.
No, that didn't sound good at all. Is there broken stuff in there? A plant?
It's fine. Boy. It's fine, Dad.
Yeah, there's a plant, a whole ceramic plant holder smashed everywhere now.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. Today, this was on 1/1/21, was 2,200 days from JFK's inauguration. So that was on the 1st of November. And that was, let's see, the day that I was sending you all the stuff for. Oh, I can't say that publicly.
You can look what Nancy Icenan just wrote. That was something that you wanted to talk about. Maybe that would make it a little easier for us to talk about.
Yes.
It's already written.
That was some of the stuff that, we can't talk about because people lost their channels, but that was some of it. And then there was the stuff that was kind of the same day, and those things were happening when, let me find the tweet. Apparently the UN, we were all seeing that was happening, and those meetings were happening. And then they were saying that world hunger could be cured in, what was it? So many $1 billion. And so Elon pledged $6 billion if they would promise to make all the transactions transparent.
Mm-hmm.
And the UN did not comply, or wasn't going along with that. And then let's see. That's way. Then this story came up. Elon actually tweeted, which now I can't find it on his timeline. That's really weird.
Yeah, things seem to be changing.
How bizarre. So now it's not on his timeline. But like I saw it. Okay. Well, he tweeted this story and said maybe this is why that they won't do the transparency. So this was a huge story that came out.
Yeah, look at
you guys can
yeah.
read that through all the
We can't read that.
ads and stuff. You can't read that.
Not gonna. No, I can read it, but I'm just saying. We
Oh
can't read
yeah,
it
don't
loud.
say it out loud. Yeah.
And this was retweeted by Elon Musk.
By Elon Musk. He actually found the article and tweeted it when he said, "I'm willing to give $6 billion to solve."
It seems like some of these groups that are the do-gooders are some of the worst. You ever hear the stories about the Red Cross, what they're into with their blood drives? Just saying.
I have heard some of that stuff. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, we're going to come save the world. We're going to come save you. We're going to come save you. No, there's no saving.
Yeah. Let's see. And then.
Yeah, I agree, Hankowitz. Hankowitz just made a good point here. He's got a hard time reading Elon. Not sure if he's good or bad, but when
I'm
he
the
exposes
same
stuff
way.
like that, yeah, it's like I like to think he is. I like to think he's a good guy, but he's kind of got to play the game and can't seem too good, maybe. But I was also onto the idea that he was a beneficiary of some of this new released technologies that are supposed to be part of the 5,000 or 6,000 patents that are supposed to be released to the people with medicine and healing and free energy and stuff like that.
I think that's what Tesla was it's my understanding that Tesla was a product of the farm and was given to him, just like Facebook was given to Zuck and Microsoft was given to Gates, because they're either created at the farm or they're a family member. Right. That's my understanding.
I'm pretty sure Musk is not from here, though.
That's what I'm saying.
He's from
either created at the farm, homegrown. I don't know
what you're saying there. Yeah, it's certainly possible. He's an odd dude. He's got
the look.
He does have the look. But that would be part of the part of Nicera Jacera, would be those 5,000 or 6,000 patents that would be released to humanity for things like free energy and med beds and all that kind of stuff was supposed to be part of Nicera Jacera. Upon announcement or thereof, we're supposed to have all these patents released to humanity that have been bought up and stored away, so no one ever can.
Okay, so here's a thought. What if the announcement is the unannouncement, or the announcement the way that some people think that the announcement might have been made? Technically, if you go back to the first month of the year on the 6th day, DJT legally said all the things that were necessary for that to be legally a military, you know what? Mm-hmm. Starts with an I and ends with a.
Yeah, don't even bother.
Thing. So could it be that these announcements are being made legally, technically? I think about like when I was driving home from Jersey, from Westwoods, from St. Louis, and I heard Colin Powell's, right? Is that who died? Yes.
But Colin.
Yes. His
Colin Powell.
all of those testimonials about his great, wonderful life.
Mm-hmm.
Could it be something like that where the announcements or the words or the legalese that it's being said or it's being said publicly, but it's not in the, hey guys, we're making an announcement about this. Listen up to these words, that it's
Right.
being said or it's being announced, but not in the way that, like, it's, you know what I'm saying?
I do.
Could the announcements be being made and this happening, but people are just like, oh, you know.
It's
Not
in
catching
one
it.
way or another, yeah. But if it's legalese and that sort of stuff, nobody would get it. You know, kind of just like, and maybe that's okay. Kind of like all of the other in-your-face stuff that we've seen over the years with the Twin Towers burning and falling in cartoons from the 70s, from the mid-70s. Actually, before the two towers were put up, there was cartoons. Superman, I believe, was one of them, where they would crash into the two burning towers in New York City. So could it be something like that where it is flat out said, you know, wide open to everybody and we just don't get it? Probably, right?
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
I guess that's my point.
yeah, being said right out there, because that's one of the, what do they say, karmic laws, where you have to, they have to disclose what they're doing in order to make it work.
Oh, Mom's saying 40 minutes ago, Elon just posted that the UN should post their transaction level. Okay, but when I go to his thing, it doesn't say that.
Maybe they don't like you.
I know they don't like me. I'm fully aware.
Well, we're
He does have like
behaving
a
today.
big penis on his.
That's a big rocket ship. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, is that a rocket ship? Sorry.
Oh, the color too. It's just so funny.
So it says, yep, even the moon. Vikings, seriously? Oh, wait, what are the Vikings? Floki Vikings? Is he messaging about crypto there? That's 14 hours ago. 2 hours ago, and Mars. This was the humankind with the Chinese writing or whatever. Okay, that was something I remember.
Very strange. I don't get to see any of this stuff.
Humankind cooking beans and burning beans. Osmunda, whatever. And the cauldron weeping is the same root. So why is it too anxious? What?
I can't even make out. I mean, what are people
That's
saying?
something he wrote on November
Hold on.
1st.
There was that one was just a little different. The blue one. Wait, where are you? I'm
Which
watching
one?
the television. There's a little day. The blue. Go back up. It was a better
No,
translation. These weren't these better translations? Is this what it
No,
was?
this is somebody talking about Dogecoin, suck Elon chicken, somebody being a.
No. These
This
blue
is the
books.
same exact one. This is the same thing that I just read.
Oh, it looked like it was. Maybe because it's just written differently.
No.
Being weeping in the cauldron. I don't know.
Sounds like
It looked like there was a slightly different translation.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about there.
Probably some, maybe exactly what Iceland's saying.
That would be good. Yeah, no, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Mom says 40 minutes ago, there's somebody being. They cook the beans. They set fire with the bean steam. The beans are crying hard inside the pot, asking the steam beneath. We grew from the same root, brother. Why are you hurting me like this? That's somebody else's translation.
I don't get it. Maybe I'm just not that bright today.
It's
Anybody else in the
it's
chat
the
got any opinions
torture.
on this? This is
Yeah, it's the torture, the screaming, the steam. You're not getting it.
Sort of, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
But I don't see where Mom says, maybe Mom can send me the link of what he just posted calling them out.
No, it just doesn't make
This is like other people posting on his, not him posting.
Yeah.
I don't know, Mom.
Is that a floki? We got to get some flokies.
I already have some.
Well, I don't. No, I don't, actually.
It's down right now, so it's a good time to get it.
Is it? Yeah, I know. I got stuff to do. What is with this Viking thing, though?
Mom says, well, Floki Vikings. So that's why I said that maybe. She said, go to tweets and replies. You are
I get it.
on the wrong tab. Oh, okay. Well, Mom, maybe you need to come on the show and help me.
Maybe it was a reply. Yeah.
Did anyone miss the detailed plan to solve world hunger? Seems like a missed opportunity. Okay, yes. Not yet. They should just post their transaction ledger. Must be somewhere. Okay. There we go. 49 minutes. Thank you, Mom. So he's calling them out. And I guess that's probably the same place where he had maybe put the
Weren't they the ones that got caught with pallets and pallets of cash everywhere? Like, I don't know what. I'm just saying the transaction ledger would be good if it's like trackable, but I don't think pallets of cash are. Where they have their own. Do you know they have their own printing presses? Like the Treasury or the Fed gives printing presses to other countries and other places so they can just print up their own billions of dollars when they need it. They don't even have to ask us or go through the banks and stuff. I know that there's one in the Middle East somewhere, and I know that there's one in like Greenland somewhere where they just go and they run off a couple $1 billion, put it on pallets and put it in their plane and fly away.
That would not surprise me.
Yeah, like they totally cut out the middle people.
I'll warn my husband before I retweet this, but
think about that.
So this was on November 2nd, which I thought that but he says, somebody's like, to this is where he's talking to people, but he says, how about my little dog Floki? Because that's the name of his Shiba. Mm-hmm. He would make a great CEO. His judgment is. So that's where the Floki came from, the name Floki, if you guys are wondering.
Yeah, really interesting. Well, apparently you can't go wrong with these. Apparently dog comms online are a bad thing for some people, and dog tokens and dog cryptos are pretty good. You got your Doge, you got your Shiba, you got your Floki now, and apparently they're all doing pretty well, which just goes against everything I learned in all my years of college learning about cryptos.
Right.
That were condensed back into the
Find things that have a good use case. Of course, a lot of these, then the people did choose to make them a use case. So it became the people's token or coin, like the puka shell. The people said, we want to use that as a, as we're going to use this as currency. Mm-hmm. So when the people speak, that's what free markets are. So, then they built utility around that. So, right. It does have use case. Anyway, crazy stuff.
It is crazy stuff. Watching it all go by.
So Elon is the woo. You could do a whole day on Elon.
Like him or not, he redid the entire automobile industry, like 100 and something years of it, and just kind of redid it all the right way again. Did you know in the early 1900s, like 1902 or 1901 or even earlier, there were more electric cars on the road than gasoline powered cars?
Interesting.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
That is true, especially New York City. New York City their problem was battery life, obviously the same thing, but the cars still did really well, and they would take them home and plug them in at night. They even had charging stations just like today.
it makes sense, I guess,
Yeah.
that they would have battery or charging, because if you think about what year was that the World's Fair, and it was, you know,
There was
Edison
a bunch of
and the
them.
electricity and all that. So
The earliest one, yeah, I know. In the late 1800s, I know in 1895 there was. It's funny you mentioned this. I was just watching Jay Leno Garage. You know, the one where he shows all his cool cars that he has. I was just watching that the other day, and he had something. I forget the name of the car I never heard of, called like the Magnetron or something, and it had a small gasoline engine that ran an electric turbine that turned an electric turbine that then sent power to individual motors in the wheels, and it was like an infinite speed. There was no gears or anything. It was like an infinite speed kind of thing.
That's what the Lordstown motor truck is.
Oh,
they
okay.
have individual motors in each wheel.
So this was from 1895.
Mr. T did the speech with the booms and had the trees. And then once again, my trip home from Jersey, and I was freaking out with you about the Little Debbie snack cake stories and all that. And then I kept seeing those promoted tweets about the Lordstown motor truck being released. And I'm like, that was when he was talking about that truck. And now they're talking about the snack cakes, and they're saying Christmas is coming early because that is supposed to be out November 1st, that ice cream.
Right.
And then that's when this Bitcoin stuff is given out. That's when What's-His-Face gave out that Bitcoin, the $1 million in Bitcoin.
Right.
And Tom Brady gave out the Bitcoin. Maybe Christmas is coming early, you guys.
We were promised a good Christmas. I mean, 3 years ago, we first started hearing about the talk of a good Christmas, right? Something about there's going to be a.
Well, what if the NSA has been mining Bitcoin this whole time? Like a friend of mine has thought for a long time. I won't disclose that, who that is, because that's their secret or thought to tell. But there are some large facilities in Utah and other places. There's also every American president has gone to the Arctic that's the first place they go, right? Once they're sworn in. Well, what if they're mining there? What if, and then there's been this recent like Red River leak thing of iron. I don't know.
Right.
And then remember, Mr. T wanted to buy Iceland or Greenland. Greenland. Yeah, Greenland is actually just full of ice. And Iceland is actually green. If you look at them from Google Earth or whatever. So if he wanted to actually buy that, why? Because it's really cold. Well, if you ever have been around a miner, they're loud and they get really hot. It's one of the things, like they can heat a home in the winter. So you would want these cold places to run miners. What if they've been running these? What if there's tons of Bitcoin to give to the American people to airdrop like El Salvador did? I don't know. I'm just blowing it up. I'm doing the what if.
Do you think that they would? Do you think that they would, if they had the Bitcoin and they were mining them? Do you think that they would give out the Bitcoin, or they would create? I don't want to say CBDC because that's kind of got like a bad connotation to it, but a government currency, cryptocurrency that wouldn't be a bad one as part of the bad reset. I mean, there's going to be some sort of government.
I think they'll be both
at some point.
I mean, I think they'll be both, but I don't know. If the bad guys are still around, I guess for there to be good, there will always be bad. So maybe they'll always be around. I don't know. Now you're bringing me down. I was getting all excited thinking, what if? I wanted to go off on a positive woo. No.
It's all good.
A what if woo.
I love the what if woos. I don't know. Can you trust airdropping Bitcoin to people who arguably it would be, since like what 4% of the world even heard of a Bitcoin, or
Well,
it's
but
probably a little more now. But
if Nicera
could you
is
chance airdropping
true,
it? Right.
if Nicera is true, and money doesn't matter, and you have everything you need, if everyone has so much that it doesn't matter, I mean, then it doesn't matter. Everything's paid for. Everybody has enough.
Right. But if it's the Bitcoin, though, would they just airdrop Bitcoin out to people who arguably have no idea what to do with it? How much would get lost? How much would get sent to the wrong thing? Or
I don't know. How's El Salvador doing it? Was that the test study?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Like I've actually, there's been places here where they were proposing, if you move to a city or to a certain part of town, the mayor would give Bitcoin to everybody or something like that as part of an incentive to move to these towns. I don't know. I guess I don't know. Would somebody who doesn't know what Bitcoin is use that as their incentive to move to this town in Wisconsin? I don't know. I guess would it only be the people who know what's up?
Yeah,
right?
I know
And
there's
then
a place
how would
in
that be
Ohio.
spreading adoption?
Yeah.
And then how would that be spreading adoption?
There's a mayor in Ohio. I don't know. Just having a woo Wednesday conversation of what if.
I'm just surprised they let me back on here. I'm thankful.
Oh. Yeah.
Thank you.
Who knows what the woo would bring. Okay, so I know we only have like 10 minutes, but this whole metaverse thing, I was all on board with that. And I know there will be multiple metaverses, or the metaverse will be like the new internet. It's my understanding. It's like, my dog is crying because she's having a nightmare. I apologize if you can hear her whimpering over here. I'm not hurting her, I swear. She's just crying. But so Elon's in here making comments about, they're talking about, Oculus. So Oculus is owned by Meta, it's my understanding, and Meta is owned by Facebook. And to buy these Oculus glasses for you to participate inside the metaverse, you have to log in with your Facebook login. So when you're in the metaverse, Facebook is seeing everything that you're seeing and engaging with and tracking, which they're already tracking what we're tracking or seeing or whatever. But it's also concerning to me, like, what images are they putting in front of you? It's just very dystopian to me. It made me think of all those movies.
What was the one with Tom Cruise? Because that's exactly what this sounds like to me. It was in the future, and they accused him of being a bad guy, and he had to go on the run. Minority Report. This sounds exactly like Minority Report. Did you remember that movie?
I never watched that. I don't know.
Very. I mean, if you want to talk about woo-woo stuff, I would get on that. That and The Matrix. I mean, obviously The Matrix, but check out that movie, Minority Report, on how they target people. They have these people, these psychics called precogs, and like they live in like a I don't know,
like super soldiers.
Yes, but there's 3 of them, and they're hooked up to a machine full time, and like they're like Matrixy, where like they got like tubes and stuff, and like they live in like the gel and like that slime, like the Matrix people do, and then they gotta like be like they become birthed out of it and stuff like that, and then once they come out of this soup that's in the computer, then they can be in real life and run around. It's it's been so long. I got to watch that again. But that's how all the targeting goes and all the tracking goes. And this was way, way, way before we were tracked anything like we are now. And it was such a far out movie at the time. Like, I remember having conversations. No, they can never do that. How can they ever get all this information on us? Right. How could they know? Oh, wow. Really interesting though. Yeah. Check that out. If you haven't seen that, I really check that out.
This next tweet response. It says, here's the primary advice given when navigating cryptocurrency. Take everything everyone says about it with a grain of salt. No one knows anything. Take responsibility for your own risks that you decide to take. If you're unable to do this, don't buy crypto. I totally agree with that. And then this guy says, the internet is its own simulation with in the greater simulation. And Elon says it's simulations all the way down until eventually it's just one bit.
Huh.
I think that's very true too. Anyway, so this whole metaverse thing is really interesting. I think that's the internet 2.0, 3.0, whatever the next thing. Everybody's talking about NFTs, where I think NFTs are a tool inside the metaverse. I think that's the new contract, how you'll own things inside the metaverse. I'm hoping, and I'm sure there will be other options. I want the decentralized option of engaging in the metaverse. I don't want to go through Facebook, and until there's a decentralized option of engaging, I'm not interested. So
I just saw a new patent come out for those wearable screens for the sunglasses, like the Oculus ones, but now they have them where they look like a pair of shades, and you have a little earpiece that'll go in, and I don't know whether you have to wear the glove or the little thing on your finger where you can control a mouse on the screen, but I just saw something like that.
Well, they have
it was tied into this.
They have whole like suits. Like I was either scrolling.
This is for like everyday use, just like walking down the street. Like you would wear these glasses, and that would be your screen. No suit, no helmet, no big goggles. It's just like sunglasses, and they have clear ones.
Well, Google had a contact or something that they had a patent on, whatever. But then they had an issue with it and had to like pull it. I saw recently, but it was pretty crazy. Like I can't imagine having contact in my eye that Google has access to. I don't know, but I guess
contact in your eye, Bluetooth in your ear. What's the difference?
Right. I also said that I would never. People in America would never put on masks. That's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. That would never happen.
I remember saying that too. Saying that too.
Yeah.
And now you got to fight them to take it off. No, I'm not. I'm going to put another one on, and another one, and another one, and then they walk around with big snouts like this because they got 5 of them on.
Insane. No, we had so for homeschool this week during Community Day, our hands-on science project was dissecting an owl pellet. Which is not what you think it is. It's like
I know what it is.
Oh, you do?
I remember doing that when how old is he? Was it like 7th?
He's 11.
7th grade? 6th grade? Yeah.
No. He's 4th grade.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, I did that in like middle school, but yeah, I remember.
So it was. So it's like a hairball, but in it for an owl. I thought it was Shadooby. I was like, we are out. We are not doing that, which is still gross. Don't get me wrong. I stood back here, but he's like, Mom, I can't believe you're wearing a mask. I was like, no, this is the appropriate use of a mask, is to stop yourself from breathing dust and fur and whatever's going to come out of that hairball thing that's in the owl. Yeah. So there are appropriate uses for wearing a mask, and you should use them.
I agree. There are. That's one of the good things that these days when you're out and it's okay. I haven't actually had to use one in quite a while, thank God. But there was a few times when I walked past people and you just look and you're like, oh boy, I'm glad I have this thing on right now. You just imagine what's happening over there.
I'm sure that Biden's administration is really happy to have them on. They probably use like essential oils inside. Whew.
Oh yeah. Vicks used to be the deal for that. That's Vicks Vapo Rug, smoosh it on the inside, put that mask on. You're good. My sister, who's an RN, told me that when she used to have to do part of her training, and she had to do autopsies or something like that, and when it was really gross, or like in the morgue, that's what they do. They
put Vicks.
Use a lot of Vicks. Yeah.
It's terrible.
Fun fact of the day.
All right. Fun fact of the day. Well, our fun fact of the day is we will be here tomorrow with Johnny, and we've got a new sponsor that we got to highlight. He jumped on with us at the end of happy hour last Friday, but he is going to hop on with us tomorrow about halfway through and teach us about, you're going to love this, public, the frog wallets.
Oh, that's really nice.
So these are paper wallets.
I get it now. Yep.
And we're going to start using them during our Crypto 101 class, and we'll have links. They have instructions where you can print them offline, so you're safe. We checked all into it, and it's a really great tool. You can also gift them to people. So we're excited to have them as a partner, and we'll have Dawn from Frog Wallets on tomorrow with Johnny. Johnny's going to come on first because we got to talk about some other stuff, but lots of good stuff happening over here at the New Normal. We're trying to build up a strong team here that we can keep doing meetups and get out to more people. And we'll be in Peoria this month. I'm excited. I've got you won your, we're supposed to give away some more. I didn't give away some coins, some copper yesterday. So public, will you choose? I got to give away 3 coins today.
Woo-hoo. Deal.
So pick.
These are courtesy of Satoshi Sean?
Satoshi Sean, yes. So one of them is a Don't Tread on Me. This is so cool. Can you see it?
Yep.
Very and nice. It has money medals on the back. Very cool. And I love them because I love rose gold, and these copper coins look like rose gold. So let me get a piece of paper and a pen because I'm terrible at this. I've got to write down who wins so I can get them mailed to you. Let me get a Sharpie.
So how are we going to do this? We're going to make people...
Sean did like numbers,
Yeah,
and then whoever did the number first.
Okay. I'll write down.
Tom was supposed to get one at the Dallas meetup. Then Tom, you're supposed to get a copper one or from me? Tom, send me a message and remind me, and I'll mail it to you, what I was supposed to give you. And then we have so let's do the Don't Tread on Me one first.
Okay. So I'll write down a number.
Yeah,
okay.
You write down a number.
Between 1 and 10.
Okay.
All right, I got it.
Nancy said 49. Do your number again, 40.
Number between 1 and 10.
Yeah.
Keep it easy. So yeah, everyone go ahead, hit it up. A number between 1 and 10, put it in the chat.
And whoever's first.
Got it.
When you see their number.
I don't think we have it yet. Oh, there we go. I think the first one is Cosmic Silver Crypto Caravan. I believe that's the first one.
Number 4?
Number 5.
I don't see a 5. You see a 5?
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah.
Do you see a 5? I see a 6.
Yeah, Cosmic Silver at 601. Cosmic Silver Crypto Caravan 5. I believe that's the first number 5.
Okay. So yep, Cosmic
Silver Crypto Caravan.
Good Lord, you had to have such a long name. Crypto Caravan. So if you're on Twitter, send me a DM. If you're not, then give me your email in the comments. And I will I'll email you, and then we can, I'll mail this to you. And that's the Don't Tread on Me. Don't Tread on Me. Okay, let's do the next one. The Second Amendment coin. This one's really cool too. It's got the little guy with his gun. I don't know who this is.
There you go.
Am I supposed to know who this is?
I'm not sure.
And then it
a Minuteman maybe
lists this. Yeah, I think maybe. And then it lists the Second Amendment on the back of the coin, which I think is really cool.
All right, I'm going to write down the second number now between 1 and 10. I got it. So, all right, everybody, hit it up in the chat. Number between 1 and 10. First one that I get.
The first one that gets the number wins.
Yep. First one I'm watching. Oh, I got it. First one came in. Denise Baker. Number 6.
Okay.
Good job. That was quick.
Thank you, Denise.
Super quick.
Okay, and then this one is really cool. This is what you won last time. Was a bar, and
really cool.
they're all 1 ounce of copper, and then it has the American Eagle on the back, and it says 1. So it looks like a $1. Hey, Leader. Good to see you.
Hey, Leader, what's up, man? We got beer chicken wings. We got everybody here right now. All right, one more now. Give the chat a minute here to calm down. Litecoin to 720. I thought it was Litecoin to 720 right now. I was about to go. If Litecoin was at 720 like right now while we were on the show, I would be driving to the RV dealer as I would just hang up by and go to the RV dealer and I'd be getting my thing. Because that's
no, don't worry, Cosmic Silver. We got Tom fixed up. Whatever.
We're not guessing numbers yet. Yeah,
we're not guessing numbers yet. Wait. Here, I'll do like a break in the chat.
Yeah, a little break in the chat here. So that would be crazy. It's funny. We think like that would be, something that would be insane to happen. But I mean, I think it was the beginning of this year. You could have bought Ethereum for $200 and then have it go to $4,000. I mean, Litecoin's at $200 right now. So why is it impossible that Litecoin couldn't do the same jump? I mean, people were buying Ethereum for under $200 not that long
I think ago. It's just really manipulated. I think there's a bunch of big whales that have a bunch of Litecoin from a long time ago. So I don't know what they're talking about, saying that he cheated. I don't understand what they're saying.
People were guessing twice, but a lot of people guessed twice.
I don't care if they guessed twice. It was whoever had the number, the first number. Yeah, whoever put the number in first. Okay, so did you write the number down?
I wrote the number down. Yep. All right, so we're going to do another number. 1 to 10, go. 1 to 10. What do you got? Pump them in the chat.
Put as many as you want. I don't care.
All right. They found out my pattern here. The first one got it.
So who was the first one?
I have 5, 6, 7 was my numbers.
Katerina.
Yeah, literally the first one.
Okay, Katerina.
Somebody else picked it too. The first 2 people. Oh, Hankowitz picked it too, but he was the second one. There you go. You got my patterns. It's very easy. 5, 6, 7.
Well, now they know the secret. So if you guys are following me on Twitter, DM me with your mailing address. Otherwise, if you'll put your email in the comments below this video on YouTube, then I will email you and get your mailing address. Don't post your mailing address below this video.
Yeah, that would be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Or your cell phone number, because it'll never stop ringing.
Yeah. Just give me your email.
To Mike Tyson. I watched a video the other day. Somebody accidentally held up a piece of paper with Mike Tyson's personal cell phone number on it, and he was getting 5,000 calls an hour.
What a jerk. Like, why would somebody do that? That's terrible.
I have no idea. By the way, if you guys haven't watched the Mike Tyson podcast that's out where he smokes weed the whole time and talks about stuff, it's actually pretty good, man. He's a really smart guy.
Listen to him.
Oh, he's a really smart guy. He's got a lot of wisdom. Really, he's got he's learned a lot over the last bunch of years. I'm telling you, you wouldn't think so, but every time he's talking, I'm going, wow, he's really getting them.
Don't do that either.
Hotboxing with Mike Tyson. Hankowitz is in. It is awesome. Thank you, Hankowitz. It's a good show.
Hankowitz said post your social security number and something else. I was like, no, don't do that either.
Post your Coinbase passwords. Go ahead, just post. I'll put up some seed phrases up here. I promise nobody's going to look.
So Cannon, you know how he's been listening to the news and what's going on. He got this birthday money and he's like really worried about his USD going down. And so he's like, as soon as we get home, I need to download, I need to put my money in Litecoin. So we got his money and we put it in Litecoin, put a wallet. And so then every morning he's like, it went up. And he's like showing me his phone and all this. And So he's going to be really excited, I think, by Christmas. He's trying to get enough to do this roller coaster. But
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, it's just hilarious. Yes, someone gave my
That would be
email
really-
by accident. That's also
That would
why
be really
she's
cool.
not
I'm
on
sorry.
YouTube. No, you're fine.
No, I've been paying my youngest all of her allowance for years now in Litecoin. So she flashes up her wallet and it's like, whoa, maybe I'm gonna take some of that off the phone, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's where, like, I'm serious. This is really a safe option.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about it tomorrow because I'm really
Yep.
excited. I want him to explain it more fully, but I think it's going to be a fun option. So.
Shiba to $1, old puking dog. That would be great.
That's good.
Litecoin to a reasonable level would be great too. Something reasonable.
It's insane. I remember when Johnny, I know we're a little over, guys, but it's insane to me to think about when Johnny used to talk to me about the ratio of Bitcoin to Litecoin. And right now it's like the most it's ever been. And, it's been as low as like 50 or 60 to 1. And now we're like 300 to 1 or something insane. And Ben posted, I think this morning, I want to say it was this morning or yesterday, and maybe it was on his Patreon, I can't remember, but that Bitcoin would be, he said in the video that it would be, because he bet Patrick that it would be 90,000 by the end of November, which I'm like, bring it on. But that it would be 71 within 6 days. And I want to say that was today or yesterday. And I thought it was funny that he said 71 because, of course, I immediately went 17.
Oh, that's funny.
And wondered if that was some kind of, because I've been in the car with Ben when he's watched some videos and I'm like, oh, what channel is that? And he's like, oh, it's just a friend. Because I think he gets information that other people can't get.
I'll tell you what, a lot of people make a lot of calls with Bitcoin and prices and timing and stuff like that. When Ben talks, people need to pay attention. When Ben talks about timing and about prices of what's coming up, track record speaks for itself.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, all right, guys. Love you. Missed you yesterday. I enjoyed getting to watch and hear the chat in here. So next, let's see, where are we going to be? Friday, I'll be streaming from Kansas City, and Eric Lord Norris will be joining me. Hopefully, he's going to try to meet me in the lobby, and it'll be fun. So we've got all kinds of stuff. And tomorrow's Johnny Litecoin, and I'm going to have a special guest for you tomorrow too. That'll be fun. Not just the frog wallet guy. He's a special guest as well, but somebody very near and dear to my heart.
And something else very cool. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Take care. Remember to love one another, get through this time, and stay positive. So talk to you guys soon.
Are you buying and selling cryptos on the same laptop that you're using to browse the internet, read your email, and visit social media sites? If so, you're exposing your cryptos to theft. Whenever you're online, you're at risk of getting hacked and having your identity stolen. How would you feel if someone stole all of your cryptos? What would that do to your finances? Guard your cryptos with a safe and secure laptop from Calyx Solutions. Each laptop is set up just for you and your cryptos, and then we walk you through exactly how it works. Don't risk the security of your cryptos. Order a crypto laptop from Calyx Solutions now to secure your crypto future. Learn more at calyxsolutions.io.